I got sacked. I was unemployed and broke. I'm embarrassed to say, and I'm proud to say, my mother lent me 10 grand. Greetings everyone, it's Sean White from Paramount. Some call me Sean, some call me Whitey, some call me Big Whitey. I was working in a job where I was achieving the targets and even exceeding them, and the current management where I was working didn't value or appreciate the results I was doing. So I went and said I wanted to do more for the business and I can add value in these sort of areas, and they didn't want to hear it. And then that's when I knew I needed a change and I needed to go somewhere where I could do more, contribute more, and be appreciated for it. So then on TV I saw a guy advertising home loans. John Simon from Aussie Home Loans fame, and I saw there was a need for me that I could add value to Aussie Home Loans in a certain area in the call centre. I did some research, I wrote a letter, I think it was about 5 or 6 pages, introducing myself, saying that I wanted to work there, what I was prepared to do, loyalty, reliability, availability, all the values, and I put it in a box. And I went and delivered it to Aussie Home Loans head office reception in Parramatta, addressed to the boss, hoping that I'd get an interview and lead to a start. Look, I used the box to get attention rather than send it in an email, which is one of 1,000 that people get, or an envelope that looks like a bill. I put it in a coloured box that as soon as it got to reception, whatever mail's on the reception, that sticks out. And as soon as that's delivered, hopefully on his desk, it'll be opened immediately because it's different. And it was opened, and I got a job. So we managed hundreds of, sometimes thousands of mortgage brokers that worked for Aussie. And because we took the inquiry, we'd farm the lead out to the broker. Then the next day, the broker had to give us the result. So we'd ring the broker, arrears, bad credit, want to do a building, construct 50 units without pre-sale in the bin. So there was hundreds of millions, if not billions worth of inquiry that couldn't be done. And I always had at that point I had a seed planted, one day wouldn't it be good if all these hard loans could be done easier. I was unemployed and broke. I just thought, you know what, now's as good a time as any. Man up, start the business. I rang a mate who lent me some space in his office, and I bumped into an old mate where we started the business together, Tony Champion, and we would share one desk. He'd sit on one side of the shared desk, I'd sit on this side, and if we had kebab for lunch, we could smell the garlic on each other's breath. We were that close. I'm embarrassed to say, and I'm proud to say, my mother lent me 10 grand. And it's taught me to always, with my children, you support them. And my mum taught me, whatever the goals of her children, she stood next to them and supported them. And I'm going to replicate that with my children. It was hard. So at the beginning, I just did some research. We'd start doing some deals. We started with a couple of funders and then did deals with them. And then as we started to find out who we could refinance, which investors, then flew around the country and found heaps of money that want to lend and that are reliable. You hire that first person, you pay that first wage, you pay your tax, and at the end of the week or the month, there's something left over, whether it be $5, $10, 100 grand, that's when you know you got a business. A lot of the challenges for me were not what really the market was doing. It's really what's happening internally, making sure everyone's on the same page. So once we mastered the inside of the business, the outside competition was easier. Getting everyone on the same page internally is the challenge. To live a life that I choose to, and having family and friends around. Freedom. Strength to make a decision, and win, lose or draw, stick by the decision. And where at Coppet, what else is Paramount giving me? The opportunity to give a livelihood to many people, help a lot of us people out. Look, you got to do something. Whether you own it or you work for someone, you got to be doing something. So I'm lucky enough to be doing it for myself. It's not really the business that will give you a bad impact. It's what you do in the business that gives you the bad impact. The business is there, will always be there. It's what you do with it. So you can be unbalanced and be at the office for 12 hours a day and neglect your family. I work from 9:30 to 3 p.m. I'll definitely go to the gym in the morning, which is a must. That's a great start to the day. Have a coffee, that's another essential part of the day. Plan my diary in a cafe, just get my thoughts together, go in, have a meeting with the staff and work out what we've got to do for the day. Yeah, we're going to grow. Within balance, you know, we don't want to grow overnight to where everyone gets stressed, where there's an influx of work. So we're going to try and be balanced about it. You know what, I just want to be included in my children's life and they want me in their life. We do hard stuff, we do stuff outside the box. So the normal home loan retail broker that sells home loans at 2, 3, 4%, we do stuff that others find hard, but we love.